What's going on is the Wolf, and we back with another episode of The Couch. This is an exclusive episode. I'm going to tell you for two reasons. For one, we got a very special guest joining us today, and for two, I wasn't even planning on doing it. But, you know, when certain people call, you got to come out and you got to do what needs to be done. Before we get started, and before I even introduce my guest, I want to start by giving out some shout-outs. So I want to shout out The Wolf Has Spoken. It's brought to you by and powered by Wolf Network, QW Offices, Capital Services, As I Plant This Seed, Power Circle Mentors, Fathership Foundation, What I Wish I Knew Foundation, Immortal Vision Foundation, Strawberry Mansion United, Aya Day, All Money Shots, and Focus Studios. Now, let's get into it. Today, we are joined by the one and only, the real estate mogul, the real estate vet, Philadelphia legend. Not little business. Not little business. We joined by the one and only Big Business. What's up, bro?
What's up, bro?
How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Man, so I'm going to just give you a briefing, you know what I mean? I like this to feel like a conversation, okay. You know what I mean? Less of an interview. Of course, I'm going to ask you questions, but, you know, we're going to chop it up back and forth. You know what I mean? So I told you I would give you the opportunity to introduce yourself. I introduce you, but, you know, give the people a bit of an intro, who you is in the business, and then I want to know about your backstory.
Okay. All right. So my name is Greg Parker. I'm known on Instagram, all social media platforms as Big Business. I own a real estate company. I built a multi-million-dollar real estate empire, starting in the heart of North Philly. From Brewery Town, 29th and Jefferson, educator, author, teacher, mentor, student, all the time as well. Yeah, for sure. So, you know, real estate is my main tag.
All right, yeah, but, you know, we at real estate now, but before real estate, let's take it back. You're a junior, right?
I'm not a junior.
So where that whole Greg Parker Jr. thing? Is your son the junior?
It's a lot of mistakes in there.
Okay, all right, well, we'll get to that.
That's one.
All right, well, since I'm still going to refer to you.
But I'm glad you said that, because everything, you know, whatever you got to ask me, I want to make sure that we get on it. So, truth be told, I'm not a junior.
Okay, so you're not being a junior. I still want to talk about your childhood. Did you grow up with your father?
My biological father, I didn't. I did grow up with my step-pop, and he was one hell of a father.
All right, yeah, so what was that like? You know what I mean? Not having your dad, but also having a father figure.
Well, not having my dad, of course, one thing about my mom, I will say, she wasn't one of those moms that because she was with someone else, she didn't allow me to go be with my dad. I was able to go spend.
Oh, yeah, so you still got to be around them.
Yeah. So my family was down 15th and Gerard, basically grew up there. Me and my mom and my pop and my step-pop, whatever, my family grew up, I grew up 29th Street, like I said, off Coley Street. 29th and Jefferson, like 30th and Jefferson area right there. But yeah, growing up there, it was my mom and pop hustled. Yeah. You know what I mean? They was in the streets. So, you know, we ain't gonna candy coat it. Yeah. They were drug dealers successful. Yeah. You know what I mean? I was able to move out of there and move into a better situation. I ended up moving to Jersey. Went to high school there like 4 years. Yeah. And then of course, you know, I learned the family trade, so I was right back.
So let me ask you this, right? Just going back to your Melrose bottles real quick. What was the differentiating factor between your biological father and your step-pop? Like, what did you learn from each of them?
It's weird. My biological father had a heavy addiction 90% of my life. Okay. And my step-pop was a kingpin.
Oh, okay.
So, you know what I mean, if you want to say, you know what I mean?
Two sides of the sword.
I was on both sides of it, you know what I mean? So I got to see, you know, how you can capitalize off of it, and I seen how you can lose off of it as well. Yeah.
But it was another, for metaphorically speaking, another rock you used to push, basketball.
What are you talking about?
Basketball, nigga.
Regular basketball?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I explained that.
Nothing else.
Oh, all right, I'm just
I heard you.
You can ask me anything, though.
No, I ain't talking about that. I heard you was ass.
Yeah, who was ass?
You.
I used to play ball, man. I was pretty good. I mean, like, you know, we grew up. I grew up in the era where, you know, you couldn't get on the court if you ain't play. I don't care if you was the first kid did. Oh, here's a kick you off. Until you say, yo, give me G. You know, I'm going to let G run with us, whatever. You know what I mean? But, I played ball, man. I was fairly good. You know what I mean? I went to St. E's all my life. I went to Catholic school, St. Elizabeth. I was supposed to go to Roman Catholic after that. But my parents ended up moving to Jersey, and I went to school. But I played varsity all 4 years basketball.
So what transition? Why not basketball?
I mean, I started hustling, be truthful with you. Yeah. And this is big because I grew up in Jersey the last 4 years. You know, my 14 to 18, I lived in Jersey. And it's crazy because playing basketball, I loved it. I enjoyed it. I was excellent at it. But when the kids found out that I was from Philly and I found out that I can get my hands on things that they were purchasing, that's big in school. I want y'all to understand that in schools. Your kids are being subjected to all kinds of stuff, you know what I mean? Especially when the kids that are in, to me, more of the suburban, those good areas. And I just started hustling, man. I was selling weed as a kid. You know what I mean? You'd be surprised. Them suburban kids, they buying pounds of weed for $1,400 a pound, and I was able to get them for $7. So it was like, man, like I started, just hustling, just hustling, just going back home, making plays. You know what I mean? And I think that NBA hoop dream, that going to college like that, it just kind of like went out the window.
So you fell in love with the money that was coming, in the sense, like from just being and whatever you had going on, you fell in love with that more than you had the love for the game of basketball.
Yeah, I was already. I was raised that way, so I was already addicted to the cash.
So you already got exposed to it.
So when I was a kid, my pop would bring in bags of money, and my job would be to sit 20s up in 20s piles, 50s up in 50s, 100s up in 100s piles, face up, and then him and my mom would be running through the money. If anybody kind of understand, out there how it goes when somebody gets some real paper. I mean, at the height, my pop probably had like about $5 million cash at his height. So, we live kind of different. You know what I'm saying? It was like that. Like it was a lot of closed doors, lock the doors, keep the windows. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So,
So it ain't had nothing to do with the fact that you're only 5'6"?
I could dunk at one time. I could dunk at one time. Believe it. I'm fat boy now. But you asked about me. I could dunk at one time.
I'll play you now. I don't think you could. I don't think you got a chance.
No, I don't stand a chance.
No, I'm joking. But no, man. No, I think that just to piggyback on what you were saying, a lot of people learn from exposure. You know what I'm saying? What we see growing up, what we exposed to. So you saying you got exposed to hustling. So you know what I mean? When did you transition?
What you mean? For us, stop hustling? Or when did I get into it? Well, I got into it in high school.
Getting out of it, you know what I mean? Because I don't want. So for any high school kid that's watching this, you know what I mean? Of course, heavy on the influence, they subject to different things by way of being able to have access to and provide. But I want even them to know, you can't.
Yeah. So let me tell you the bad part about it. It was an easy the kids getting it for this. We as kids together. I want to say the kids, my friends. They was hustling. In Jersey, and the things that they had access to. I would kind of sort of be able to get a better number, for say, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then the reality of it is that went from, weed is bulky, you know what I'm saying? That went from weed to selling cocaine, you know what I'm saying? And then from that to, cracks, and then, elevating in the game, you know what I'm saying? So the thing about it is, man, it's like you really can become a product of your environment. The only way you can get out of it is you gotta want to change. And I think what elevated me was, I never forget, every year, every election year or whatever, it's always what they call a drought in the streets.
Right.
So where it gets tight and things get bad and people get broke again, and select few people got money, and then they'll run the plays all over again. Look out for you. And it's just a continuous cycle. And I never forget, man, I'm a big Donald Trump dude. You know what I mean? As a kid in my era, Donald Trump was it. He was on TV all day, private jets, gold toilets, gold sinks, you know what I'm saying? Hotels, party guy, you know what I mean? He was on TV all the time.
Right.
Not the guy that you kind of see today, but he was just, everybody loved him, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I used to look at him and be like, damn, and I never forget, this is what really turned me out, to be truthful with you. I went to Atlantic City with my mom and dad to see Michael Spinks, Mike Tyson fight. And we was at the Atlantic Hotel that Trump had owned it. And back then you could give your kids money to kind of go out on the boardwalk and go to the arcade.
Right.
When I was younger. So my parents gave me some money. I would be up and down the boardwalk. Me and my sister Fatima, we'd be up and down the boardwalk, right? And I'll never forget, it was celebrities in front of the hotel. I was coming back in the hotel, I was seeing all the celebrities. I was looking at the celebrities. And then I just seen a wave, a hole. And I seen Donald Trump and 2 police officers in brown outfits. I guess they were state troopers, New Jersey state troopers on east side. And he walked through, and it was like, that day I learned the difference from being popular and being powerful. That split second as a kid, and I probably was 12, something like that, right? 13 years old.
Yeah.
So that was the day I learned that. And then as watching them, and you grinding like this, my thing is this, the local drug dealers really impressed me growing up. And being so I live with one, and even one of my other old heads, they were super duper guys. And I wanted to be that because I chased success. Right. What I thought was successful, not really so much of the money.
Right.
You know what I mean? Most real bosses chase success. That's why you're like, he had all the money in the world. Why did he stop?
Right.
He's not really chasing the money. The money's they understand that the money gonna come.
Out of success.
So I went from chasing those guys to seeing what Donald Trump was doing, but because now I'm that guy. So I'm that guy, and I'm saying, okay, what's after this? Not just this is it for me. So I was like, what's after this? And then when I seen that, bro, I just wanted to do something different, and I knew that real estate was it because all my old heads used to say, man, you better do something with that money, man. You better buy some properties. But they really didn't know what to do.
Right.
They knew that it was in real estate, but they didn't know how.
Right. Let me pivot real quick. What was one of the biggest lessons you learned during that time frame? You know what I'm saying? Like in that transition.
I learned that even us as drug dealers, man, we become addicts, man. We stuck, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you got people that you see. You ever see an addict, a crack addict, cocaine addict, with a heroin addict? They stay in one space. They don't get to travel. They don't get to do nothing. And if you get to see some of your real big time dealers, they don't get to do much of nothing either. You know what I mean? They don't want to leave because we all addicted.
You fall prisoner to the life. You fall prisoner to the lifestyle,
right,
even if you're not in prison,
right?
Because you get afraid to leave. You get afraid to walk away. Is your past going to catch up to
right,
you, or is people still going to respect you? How you going to make money? Is it going to be fast enough? Is it going to be worth it? You know what I mean?
I just didn't want to become the old head that they said that had it.
And lost it.
That was big to me. I never wanted to be that guy. So what happened was, as I kept seeing, we up sometimes, the line in, whatever, it's drought, we down. All this, we waiting on this. I said, I got to do something different. And I never forget, it was tight, it was a drought. And I had this house, and I started going, I had this house maybe like 4 years, 4 going on 5 years. So I really started pursuing a real estate situation, trying to figure out how do I get to be a billionaire? You know what I mean? Donald Trump's a billionaire, right? So the thing is this, like, this dude gotta have 2.5 million houses rented at $500 a month, because that's how I thought.
Math you're doing, right.
That's how I thought the game went. And I never forget, man. I had this realtor. He was like, I said, I got this house. I don't really know how to fix it up or whatever. I had it for like 4 going on 5 years. And I said, he said, why don't you just sell it as is? I said, you could sell houses as is? He said, yeah. I said, I want to put it up for $103,000. He's like, you're not gonna get $103,000. I said, who knows what I got to lose?
Right.
So he put it up for $103,000. He put the sign up. So when he put the sign up, all the neighbors started calling, trying to find out how much selling it for. They're like, you're not gonna get that money, this and that. So I said, take the sign down. He took the sign down. Within a week and a half, 2 weeks, somebody offered me $75,000 for the house. And I only paid $5,000 for it.
Right.
But at that time, the sign had been taken down. So when I sold it for $75,000, nobody knew. So I took those proceeds and bought all the houses I could in my neighborhood for $5,000, $6,500, $7,000. And it was off to the races from there.
You said something that I thought was key. First of all, you said that Donald Trump was one of your role models. You know what I'm saying? You seen the thing that went on and transpired with him during his presidential campaign, and you know how he was in the office, now he's out of the office. But my question is, do you feel like in order to get to that level, you gotta like step on people?
I mean, I don't think, to answer your question directly, absolutely.
So
let me finish. Let me finish answering it.
Go ahead.
But is it intentional? No. Some people trip while you running. You understand? Everybody's not standing and running. Let's look at it like this. We are running to get to the top. Somebody gonna fall here. Somebody's gonna say they don't run. Somebody saying they tired. When you get to the end, there might only be 3 people left, right? Technically, did you jump over and step on these people on purpose? No. When you moving at 100 miles an hour, everybody, it's an understatement, generally can't go. Some people don't have what it takes to go. Some people don't have the endurance of what it takes to go. Like I know some people that when we made it to a multi-million-dollar level and they had homes and cars and stuff, they were comfortable. And to me, I was just getting in the gate.
What about the people that you said you would take with you though?
I took everybody that I could, even people that I didn't say I was gonna take. But the reality of it is this. It's lonely at the top, because when you start it's all fun and games when everybody's winning, everybody's happy. When things go wrong, and everything in life, and every business in life, period, takes a turn for the worse, whether it's your relationship, whether it's his business, whether it's your health, everything takes a turn for the worse. And when it does, the crowd starts to get very, very thin.
Yeah, I can understand that from internally, right? Like, you know, the people that's on your team, the people you're working with. But what about the people that's believing in you, that's not inside?
They can't.
One that don't have no real.
It's the same. Let me tell you something. The people on the outside tend to ride with you a little harder than sometimes your own team, because they believe in it. They want to see it happen. If they watching it like a TV show, they want to see it. They want to see it happen. The people internally, sometimes you get a little big for them,
right?
And then they figure that they should be in the same spot that you in. It's kind of like history repeats itself. It ain't no different than what they say, what happened between God and the devil. God created Lucifer, but then Lucifer seen God getting all the action and really thought that he was equivalent to him. You understand what I'm saying?
100%. I think to kind of add more insight to my question is like, what about, you consider yourself a leader?
Right.
So you feel like you got a duty, you know what I mean, to fulfill for the people you leading.
Right.
So why, when things get rocky and you understand this, you know what I mean, as a leader, why you don't feel the need to communicate that to the people that you lead?
I always communicate that with the people that I lead. See, this is what it is. I want you to understand something. Like, for the last 90 days, I've been going through what they call the smear campaign, right? Mm-hmm. There's none of my people that tell you that I don't communicate. I never not communicate. I talk to everybody. Mm-hmm. If you call my phone, only reason I don't answer if I'm busy. And when I'm not busy, I'll call you back. You see people that say, even like clowning me, you look at the messages between him and I. That means I'm in constant communication with everybody.
Right.
I'll go on social media. But if I feel like it's something I need to address to the masses, I'll just go on social media and do it. But if I feel like if it's something I need to hit, like, bro, if I show you my phones, I talk to everybody. Yeah. I don't not communicate. So when you see someone painting a negative narrative of somebody, they're going to tell you the things that they think he's not or she's not doing. Mm-hmm. But that's not true. I communicate with everybody.
Yeah, I understand the whole concept of, smear campaign and, people, the way perception works and how people can create narratives.
Right.
But on your part, why give them the ammunition? Like, how did you put yourself in this predicament for this to even happen?
Truth be told, the business that we were running just got super big. And it was hard to accommodate everybody in a timely fashion. It's not that we trying to leave anybody behind or we was trying to leave anybody behind. We just couldn't attend to the people fast enough. Now, people will say, and I don't know if this is your next question.
No, go ahead.
Why take that much on if we can't handle it? But the reality of it is, when we started, we had the manpower to take it on. Mm-hmm. People left. And then it ended up falling on only a few people.
So, all right, I was going to ask you in a different words, why juggle? You know what I mean? Why start so many entities? And why you consider yourself to be a businessman?
Right.
You got to prepare on all pillars for, especially as a leader, you got to chart the course. Like, a pilot can't get lost in the sky.
Right.
You got to know the route. So, like, why wasn't you prepared for that?
We was prepared, but what I'm saying to you is, like, let's say right now, I know you do podcasts. This is your thing, right?
Right.
I'm gonna set you up with this podcast business. I know you're author. I know.
Right, yeah.
I'm gonna set this podcast up though, right? Yeah. I'm gonna set everything up that you want. I'm gone. Mm-hmm. I don't think that you're gonna get up one day and walk out the room. And I gotta come now. And run the podcast and sell your books.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's not that we weren't prepared. When things go wrong, nobody can prepare for certain things to happen. Like, prime example, we running 100 miles an hour. And listen, this ain't nothing bad to nobody working with me. Mm-hmm. We were running 100 miles an hour. The market was doing this. Nobody prepared that. Oh, at what day? Okay, the market tipped. Now it's coming down. Nobody can prepare for that. All you can do is stay the course because it will go up again. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. It's like, you started with a vision. People believed in the vision. At some point, when things got rocky, the people who wasn't all the way locked in, they did what anybody would do in that process. They wanted to pull back.
That's not really what anybody would do, bro. I didn't do it.
No, but you can't look at yourself like
everybody didn't do it though.
But it's your vision. You can't give up on your vision. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, if you come in here on my word.
Let me tell you where you're missing out, right? Can I show you where you're missing out?
Yeah, I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Let me show you where you're missing out. You see that word that you 100%. Put on your book? Everybody got to be held accountable.
No, but 100%. And I'm glad you mentioned the word accountability because I feel like it's definitely accountability to be take from the people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but just because I want to speak to you.
I'm holding account. I'm holding myself. Let me say this.
I want to know.
Let me say this.
Where are you taking accountability in the situation?
Everything that went on in my business. Mm-hmm. I'm holding myself accountable for it. I'm not asking. Let's say you was running with me and you made $100,000 off the stuff. I'm not saying, yo, bro, damn, you made $100,000. I need that back. I'm gonna pay who I gotta pay. I'm gonna close whatever deals I gotta close. I'm gonna move forward.
Yeah.
My accountability is making sure I go out and I close these deals. And yo, what I got over here? Let's liquidate this. Let's get these people out the way.
Right.
To me, that's holding yourself accountable.
Yeah, I mean that's one way. You know what I mean for yourself, but it's also a responsibility that you got to the people you leading. Like, and I feel like that's the thing. It's like if you the man in the house, you pay the bills. The ship sink, it's on you, right? That's just what comes with the territory. But you don't think that you owe it to your kids to explain to them what's going on? You think that they just supposed to shut up and go for the ride?
No, I explain it to my kids.
Yeah, so in this situation, I'm not comparing these grown ass adults to children, but in a sense, they chose you to be their leader.
I explain it to them too.
Yeah. So
if anybody watched my social media, in the beginning, the first month, couple weeks, I took accountability to everything. I set up a site, and the site where I can gather all the information from people that's old, that we got to pay, that we got to close deals with, whatever the case may be. I made sure that those things were set up. So now, as the deals close, we can pay those people.
So you might have not been wrong in everything you did, but do you think you was wrong in anything you did?
Yes.
What were you wrong at?
I think I was more or less wrong at not having the right infrastructure set up. You know what I mean? Like, I know my capabilities and I know what I can do. Like, even like right now, like, I'm down a couple mil. Mm-hmm. I was making over $1 million a month just out of one business. Mm-hmm. So to the average person, they like, he ain't gonna never be able to pay that money back. It's this and that. I got $8 million worth of assets for sale right now, though. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? So
you do intend to,
that's what all we do. Even though this thing been going on for the last 3 months, I'm still paying people. I never stop paying people. I'm never stopped paying. Like, all last week I paid clients out. I got to meet somebody today. When I leave here, I got clients that I got to pay next week. We still moving and shaking and closing deals, so we got to close them. Like, we own an investment company, bro. We own the investment company for years, so we're gonna owe people. People invest their money. We put it into these assets. We liquidate assets and we go.
Right.
That's the key to it. Like, it's one thing when somebody giving you money and you don't have nothing backing it. We have the assets to back it. So even though it didn't happen fast, there are people, yo, man, I apologize that how long it took. But here you go. What I owe you. You gave up 40, here go 20. How much you gave up? You gave up 30, here go 15. Then when I double back, I get your other 20, give them and they out. Then who next? You understand what I'm saying?
I understand where you're going with it. You said that in the first couple of weeks when everything was going down, you had set up, a way to, to settle out with people and get them situated. But did you ever issue like any type of apology? You know what I mean?
I apologize every day.
In what way?
Direct, blank. Yo, listen, I apologize for anything that went wrong. I accept full responsibility. That's what I say. I say that all the time. To the point where, bro, like, it's redundant. Like, at this point now, like, okay, I said it. I said everybody heard it. Just like when I was on social media the other night, I was on live and people was like, yo, I appreciate how you hold accountability. Even I shoot videos periodically. Like, if you need me, call me, contact me, whatever. Like, the narrative that's being painted as if people invested, we going and they ain't getting no money. Like, bro, no, that ain't the case.
Yeah. Because, I get it. People say you owe people money. They saying that you out here partying off their dollar or whatever.
But you know me. You ever see me party?
I know you. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I can't. So I'm going to be real with you, right? Let's, like, gloves off, right? When you close to a person, right, sometimes your judgment could be obscure. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because of the perspective, right? So it's the perspective I know you from is what you show me. It's no different than the perspective they know you from. It's always going to be two sides to the coin.
Right.
So regardless of what I know, still got to take into account to what's being said, and it's like, why is it being said? You know what I mean? So that's why we give you.
Well, let me just say this first and foremost, like, and I love you. I'm glad you hitting some joints. There was a video put out that I was in a club throwing money up, right? Yeah. That was 3 years ago at Montro's birthday. Moncho been dead for over a year. Mm-hmm. That was 3 years ago at Montro's birthday party.
Yeah,
but the narrative that they're trying to paint is
like you outside
right now while I'm going through this and people saying I owe that I'm doing all this party and shit.
Right.
That was at the Tab in Philly. Anybody that was there can contest to this. That was it was 3 years ago. Yeah. My bro been dead for a year, bro. Yeah. That was 3 years ago. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and I'm not gonna say that I didn't have party or, but since last year I've been going debt free.
Yeah.
My debt free to y'all was I don't want to owe nothing on real estate. But my debt free in my mind was I already knew that I wanted to cash these people out and be done with them. That was my debt free.
Yeah.
So let me just finish. So last year when I sold my cars all last year is because I didn't feel comfortable with our business at a standpoint where I got to pay people and I'm driving these cars I'm living in. So I sold that shit last year.
Right.
I got rid of whatever cars that I had to sell or whatever, and I was cashing people out.
Right.
I had mentorships that I made millions of dollars off that I took my own personal money from that, made sure people got. It was deals that just fell through and that just didn't work out, but it was deals that did work out. Like my thing is this, like I said, I want y'all to do your research with everything. Like, I could sit up here and say one thing, but I could show you documentations. Like I said, I got wire transfers and bank accounts that show that I paid out millions and millions and millions of dollars. I got HUD sheets, HUD ones. These are documents of when you go to closing, when you sell people houses. I got HUD ones. I got all kind of contracts with people. So my thing is this: when you in contract with somebody, if I'm in contract with you, and I do something wrong, or I breach the contract, or you don't get your money, that's what the contract is for. We ain't gonna do no arguing. Take it, you give it to your attorney, they bring it to my attorney, we litigate it, we get you paid. That's business.
Yeah, but I think is a great area of mixing business with your hustle. You don't think?
I stopped hustling 20 years ago.
You sure you stopped hustling 20 years ago?
1,000,000%.
So what about, you doing business transactions, allegedly, because I don't,
go
without,
ahead.
The proper paperwork and stuff like that?
What proper paperwork?
I'm asking you.
I give everybody contracts. Even when they said, bro, ain't nobody in their right mind gonna bring you no paper and not have no contracts, bro. That don't even make sense. That's number one.
Yeah, no, so
number two, hold on, let me just answer your question.
Yeah.
Even with them was saying like, oh yeah, the properties, the deeds, and bro, I send all my clients through the title company. Mm-hmm. So that's why listen, I want you to ask me every question because I want to give you factual stuff. Like you got people that are saying some things about me that genuinely, honestly, I did no business with. You understand what I'm saying? Don't even know them. You know what I'm saying? You got even some of these dudes that's on these major platforms. I don't even know them.
Yeah.
So there's no way in the world you can tell somebody what somebody else is doing in business. This is my thing. If somebody said that they gave me something and they don't have no paperwork or nothing, just bring them in. Let's get the paperwork situated.
No, yeah, I get that.
I'm that person.
I feel like you put yourself more accountability. You made yourself a target by way of the fact that you moving how you moving, and then what that create, and then not only that, the fact that people do have things that negative that they can say now creates people that's going to jump on it, and it's going to create a movement in a sense, right? So like that's another area where I say like. You talk about you gave people not only the smoking gun, but you gave them the ammunition, but you gave them the gun too to be able to fire these shots.
Let me tell you something, bro. You fire shots at anybody.
Yeah, 100%.
Bro, my social media platform's so crazy. I could start some bullshit about you today.
No, 100%.
See, where we come from in our era,
100%.
You had to kind of see it.
Yeah, for sure.
See, now today you don't got to see it.
That's the bad part.
So people just believe what they hear and see on the internet until you gotta come and do it. And listen, I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna say, listen, bro, anybody that go from what I went from to where I'm at now, people gonna target them, bro.
100%.
This shit goes for everybody. White, black, bro. I got white people,
it's
black people, anything.
I don't never judge a man by what he go through. I judge him by how he handles himself when he battles.
I wouldn't be here today, right? If I honestly, this for everybody, I wouldn't be here today if I felt like I had to hide something.
No, for sure. I think even like somebody like myself, I'm a smart individual. You know what I mean? I'm quick to listen, slow to speak. Even though I talk a lot, I'm always observing and I'm always paying attention. I don't pay attention to what the media say.
Me either.
I don't pay attention because I really come from the streets too. So it's like you don't just slander somebody's name without proof. So
right.
That's like saying somebody telling.
They do though. See, that's different.
Listen, hold on, let me finish. Because at the end of the day, it's like that's the new way thing. That's the way things go, right? But it's like. The larger scale accountability. When you talk about being a leader, you gotta think ahead. Even in my book, you poured it out, right? Yeah. I call it using accountability as a shield. Thinking before you act, right?
Exactly.
So it's like you gotta be able to see these things and not put yourself in a predicament. Look at all this, you married, right? You married. Shout out to Miss Parker, Nikki Parker, super dope woman. Imagine if, can I speak to your family in a sense?
Go ahead.
It ain't, yeah. All right, cool. Imagine your wife put herself in a situation where, she with a nigga, whatever they did, whatever. It ain't go nowhere, but it could have.
Right.
Where would you be, how would you feel about that?
If she put herself in a
situation where it could have went, but it ain't.
If my wife put herself in a situation where it could go wrong?
She could have ended up cheating on you, but
You already know my answer. What you want to say?
Tell me your answer.
I'm out.
No, all right, but where does your frustration come from?
My frustration come from her decision making.
For her even putting herself in that predicament.
Right.
So that's where accountability coming at. You shouldn't even be in this predicament because if you calling yourself you want to be a mogul or but
let me say this because I want you to understand.
I'm gonna land the plane. I'm gonna land the plane. Then I'm gonna let you go.
Go ahead.
Let me land the plane. This is the last time I say.
Go ahead.
You know what I mean? And I only say this from a leader standpoint. You the quarterback. You the coach. If you win, of course you split the credit. But when you lose, of course you got to take that podium and say, I could have did this better.
Right.
So that's when we talk about accountability at the highest level is like, how did you even end up here? Even with the thing that was
let me say something to you. Relationship versus business, that's two different scenarios. Let me give you a prime example.
Please.
I think a lot of people think and judging this off of a mom and pop. You got to understand, bro, this shit doing a couple $1 million a month. So you got to understand it's like 70, 80 employees, like it wasn't no game. So you cannot really watch and cover everybody all the time. 100%. You understand that? Especially when you expand it. When I left Philadelphia and I went to Cleveland, I started expanding. I left my whole entire operation in the hands of other individuals. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though it's my company, when shit went bad, I really wasn't seeing it. It didn't take till I felt the brunt of it to come back and say, all right, this got messed up. You don't know who's behind your back infiltrating your system or nothing. You cannot say, oh, damn, as a leader, I should have knew that Wolf was going to fuck my play up. No. So what I want you to understand, that versus being in a relationship is, this is trust. Like, yo, like I trust you to do this, this, and this. When the people that was rolling with me in Cleveland, when we left and we left it to new people that we hired and brought on, we didn't know what motives we didn't even think they had motives. We thought that, yo, everybody's eating, everything is love. Let me just finish.
You know, I'm just like,
everybody eating, everything is love. So I'm always, this is why I'm here today.
Right.
Have any of y'all heard anybody, me, myself, mention anybody that ever worked for me? You never heard that, right?
No, yeah.
So, but listen what I'm saying. That's what accountability is about.
But
that's why I'm here, because I'm going to tell you why. It's no way in the world I could have known that such and such wasn't going to finish your construction job. Right?
Yeah, I get it.
But let me finish.
Because I don't want you to go too far away from the initial part.
No, let me finish, because you kind of asking me the same question in like 10 different ways. But let me finish this last part. Right. So if I trust you that you can do construction, and I leave construction in her hands, right? And I leave, I trust it. But when I've come find out that she never finished the construction job, such as paid all the money, and she's gone, then I got to come back and finish it. That is being held accountable. You can't say like, well, damn shit, you should have known she was a fuck up. How?
I know. So I'm glad you said that, because you said that relationships is based off trust, and business is different. But you just said that you had to trust her, so it's actually synonymous.
No, I'm saying far as from the question that you asked me. Far as
hold on, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna tie it, because I'm not gonna never ask a question and not be able to tie it together. Go ahead. Because the bigger picture here, right? I wrote the book on accountability.
I think you missed the part when you see me hold myself accountable. Like, we passed that. I held myself accountable.
I don't think it's me that missed it though. Because you gotta understand, like, I can actually I can observe you on my own and make a. I
don't think the people the people that know that have been really watching all this shit, they know I held myself accountable.
I think that it's different pillars to it, because yes, at a certain level, I agree with you are, but I think the part that you're missing, it is your responsibility to know. Because
know what?
To know, like, if you putting people in position of power in any sort, that's your responsibility to know.
But to know that they gonna backdoor you?
No, you gotta know.
Or to know that they not gonna finish the job?
Or you gotta know that you're not ready for that level of expansion.
Nah, I think you
Think about it though.
Are you not? All right, prime example. Me and you doing this right now, right? You banking on bro to edit this shit and make sure it's right, right? Me and you gonna leave. He gonna say it'll be done by the night or tomorrow, right? Bro, fuck around and spill milk on the joint, and none of that shit get done.
Yeah.
Whose responsibility is it?
I still have a level of accountability to take.
Sound crazy?
No, that's not true. Because
you had no awareness that this. Come on, bro.
No, you can't predict it. But that don't mean I'm not to be held responsible.
So you telling me?
If you call me, no, I'm gonna give it to you straight. Hold on, because we talking man amongst man, leader amongst leader. At the end of the day, it's no different. We can't control what our kids do when they go out the house. All we can do is set the ground rules and the guidelines and say, listen, don't do this, don't do that. They're gonna do what they want. So at that level, when it's internal, we know, like, all right, yeah, it's my responsibility to make sure they do what they gotta do. But when they go out, all I gotta do is hope that they're gonna do what they're supposed to do.
Right.
Same thing when you're giving somebody a position. All I gotta do is hope that they're gonna do what they're supposed to do. But if something happened or your child do something, who they still gonna hold the parent accountable? Not for what the child did, but for the fact that the matter. Hold on.
Go ahead.
For it's still some level of responsibility, because you the teacher.
Right.
So it's like if we are responsible for whether it go good or bad. Once you claim that role.
I think you missing the fact that I think that me and you harping on accountability when you miss the fact that, nigga, you don't see me blaming nobody. You ain't see me asking nobody. Let me finish.
I think you take accountability.
No,
that's the part that we agree on that. I feel like you are taking this shit like a man. I told you even like at the end of the day, you're not running away from it. You stand there, but I feel like you going at the people that's like going at you and forgetting that there's people that believed in you that didn't have they don't have they got to take accountability for the fact that that's on them, that they didn't understand business. Right. I don't use the word predatory, prey, victim. Nobody is victim. Exactly. I'm not with none of that. You got to learn from your mistakes.
Exactly.
But if you
I didn't solicit those people.
Yeah, I'm not even putting that on you. You ain't even got to defend that, because that's not even my position, bro. I'm a man. We all men. You know what I mean?
I ain't defending nothing. That's what I asked.
I'm just saying I'm not even throwing that on you. I'm saying that even once you make somebody believe in your vision, like if your woman, your kids, if they believe in the vision, you know what I'm saying?
That's the only reason I'm out here right now, because I'm gonna tell you why. It ain't about the money no more. I want to make sure no matter what, I get these people paid. I make sure we get to it, because It's a movement.
That's what
it don't have shit to do with the bread.
That's the accountability I'm talking about.
But that's where the negative narrative coming in too. It don't got the shit to do with the bread.
Exactly.
They want to eliminate and break the movement.
But the reason they can break the movement, because in the eye of the public, it looked like you just saying, fuck it, I'm gonna keep selling properties, right? And I'm gonna keep on the back end, your intention, and just let me know if I'm misspeaking. Your intention is to pay everybody back, correct or no?
Yeah.
That's what you intend to do. But
that's what I'm actually doing.
Why they going on the smear campaign?
I'm still paying people in the middle of the smear.
But even so, it's like,
see, the problem is this. I'm not going on here. I'm not going on here saying this the wolf. Here go his check today.
No,
but I'm gonna tell you what. That's what people. That's what people missing though.
No,
because they don't see that I'm still paying people.
It's just like this. It's the reassurance.
What more reassurance I get when I owe you and I pay you? You don't want me on there. If I say, yo, bro, look, man, come on. Let's show everybody that I paid you. Two things gonna happen. One, they gonna be like, man, he made that nigga do that. Two, some of my clients be like, bro, I appreciate you. I love you. Keep rocking. They don't want to be in the mix of that rhetoric.
But I feel like the thing like this too, you know, like sometimes you take the high road, sometimes you take the low road, right? Sometimes you get it, then you'll go back and be like, no, I shouldn't have, I should have. But in your heart, you know where your head at. The high road don't got no exits. If you're gonna take the high road, take it all the way through to the whole situation.
Yeah.
You standing in front of the situation, you're not running from it, you ain't changing number, you ain't gonna move to a different country.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you know whatever you know.
It ain't that much. It ain't that much to fix.
Yeah.
I know that. See, they magnifying it to something that is really not that.
Yeah, because I told you certain shit I don't even want to ask, because I'm like, I don't what you got going on. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like I'm still from the streets first, so it's like I'm not about to sit here and put you if you got legal proceedings. So let's talk about that. Let's clear air on that.
I think I want everybody to ask me. I want you to ask. This what I want.
Do you got anything like any type of things pending or anything that's going on that could potentially, you know?
No, bro, let me tell you something. I don't have nothing going on. Only thing I had was I had maybe 6 or 7 like lawsuits over a 20-year run, over thousands of clients. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
When you talking about we talking about 7. I had 7 lawsuits, and these lawsuits were people who basically just things didn't go right, or they changed their mind, or they just wanted to get the money back. You understand what I'm saying? And they felt like that was the route that they had to take to get the money back. Right,
that makes sense. All right, I got some more questions for you, but for now, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Don't go nowhere. When we come back, we're going to finish this conversation with Greg Parker, a.k.a. Big Bizzness. Let's get it. We heating up.
Let's do it, baby.
Right, Bill wanted to put a book out, but you overthinking the process. I know how it feels, because at one point I didn't have this book out and I didn't have this book out because I didn't know where to start. I didn't know if people would read it. I had a fear of failing. I had a fear of succeeding. I had all these different things that were stopping me from putting my book out. You probably got some information you want to share. You got a story you want to tell, or just something creative that you want to get off your chest. Stop playing around with your own potential. If God put that on your heart, it's because you qualify. Don't wait for somebody to tell you qualified, and don't wait for the perfect time. The perfect time is now. With that being said, I actually have a literature legacy program where I'm helping people like you write, edit, publish, and promote your book. So if you're somebody that got a book idea, whether it's a novel, a self-help book, a devotional, a journal, whatever you can think about, whatever book you're trying to create, you attracted this video for a reason. Why? Because I'm meant and sent to help you. So let me do that. Join my Literature Legacy program. You can even look below for details, or you can DM me for details, because I'm going to help you bring that product that's in your head out into the world. Let's get that book published, man. The Wolf Has Spoken.
Like, I don't want you to harp on one thing for like 10 minutes,
no,
12 minutes. I want you to ask me, I want to answer.
I feel like if you want me to be real off record, even on record, like, that's like, I feel like that's where the people that haven't swayed left or right, that's what they waiting for.
Right.
Because it's like, you can take accountability 10 times out of 10 for
But not only am I saying it, I'm paying people. See, this is what y'all don't know.
But that's the thing. You handling public shit in private. Like, you really doing what you're supposed to do.
I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
But it's not enough people coming up and saying you are.
Right.
I'm giving you the opportunity to say the shit.
Right.
So you just explain something that you probably been trying to explain, saying. But because at the end of the day, if I'm being real, like, I got a high level of admiration and respect for you.
Right.
But I gotta ask you shit that give you the opportunity to speak to somebody who don't fuck with you.
Don't fuck with me. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because it's too. This is a war, and sometimes when you in a war, and that's why when you in a war, sometimes. When it's like when one of your homies get killed, your man might be wrong in some of the shit he do, but you rocking with him, right or wrong.
With him all the way.
And the other side is gonna do the same shit. You so clouded in the war that you're not even digging that it's people that's not involved with this shit,
right,
that need you to say certain shit so they could be comfortable.
Right.
We're not just talking
that's why I'm here. But that's why I'm here. I'm not here for the niggas that's hating.
Exactly.
And I'm not here for the people that even I've done business with. They know what I'm doing.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm here for the motherfuckers that's like,
because this not a
what's
business,
going on?
This is not a financial literacy podcast. This is the couch. We talking. This is therapy. I want to know about the people who heart is fucked up. The fact of the matter is, it's like you ever say something to I gotta say your wife because I'm in a relationship. You ever say something to your wife and you right, but she take it wrong and you hurt her feelings and you don't apologize because you wrong. You apologize because it hurt her feelings.
Right.
So in this particular situation, when I'm talking about accountability, I'm not asking you. I'm not even saying that you're not doing what you're supposed to do. I see it.
Right.
I've actually seen things, transactions, and could speak to that. But the fact of the matter is, aside from that, there were people who feel wrong, whether you feel like it was business or not. That it's like you're not going to acknowledge those people, or do that just fall under the statue of you get stepped on my way up?
No. So what it is with those kind of people is, after a while, because I'm gonna say this to people, I ain't gonna even beat up on my people. It was people that I started off with versus the new wave of people on the internet and watching. The reality of it is, even some of those people are learning and saying, well, damn, like I had a dude hit me on Thanksgiving Day. And he was like, I had sold him a 4-unit apartment building. He gave me $50,000 down. He owed me $50,000, right? We was beefing because I was trying to get my bread from him. He wasn't paying the mortgage. Right. So finally, he sold the building for like $120,000, $140,000, right? Just like I told him he would. He gave me my other $50,000. He made $50,000, and everybody was good, right?
Right.
And in the midst of that, though, while I was waiting for him to sell it, he owned the property for a year or so. He was dragging me. Oh, I gave my $50,000. This shit ain't working. Yada yada yada.
Right.
Had other people rally up against me. Right.
Right.
And then when it hit, he texted me on Thanksgiving Day. He said, "Yo, bro, honestly, man, I'm thankful for you." He said, "I appreciate you and I apologize what we went through."
Right.
So I say that to say, it's a lot of people who started with me that might not have did what they were supposed to do, but today they realized that it was their duty. They
100%.
they didn't play their part.
100%.
Because the truth be told, there's people that hit me now from 3 years ago. Yo, bro, I need you. I can't do nothing with that joint. The city about to tear it down or they about to take it. Can you sell it for me? And I'll post it and I'll sell it for them.
Yeah, I think to even speak to that, I feel like it's always accountability on both parts to take. Anybody that stepped in the bit, you can't just expect I'm gonna give you this money and you going,
Exactly.
work it out and do it. No, it come everything that and that's another
And can
thing.
I share something with you real quick? I educated those people, so that's where a lot of people are missing a lot of things.
Yeah.
These people that came to me, they were my mentees, so I educated them. Like, you got to think, back then, I was flying them out there.
Right.
I was flying them out there. I was flying them out there on jets. I had transportation when we landed. I took them to these houses. I walked them through. They took pictures. They loved it. Oh, I love my house. I love my house. I love my house. And 3 years later, I sold them this raggedy ass house that they can't do nothing with.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. Like, and listen, I'm saying from accountability standpoint, what more could I have done? You understand what I'm saying?
I think that accountability is individual to the situation. It's like it's circumstantial, contingent upon the situation. So in those situations, I feel like if you saying this is how it played out and you did all that you could lead somebody to the water. You can't make them drink it.
Exactly.
I see you as somebody that has tried to put people in position. Everybody not gonna want to go. You can try to take as many people.
Some people just want to make money.
Some people just want to get in, get out.
I respect that if you come to me and say, "Yo, I just want to." Here go 15, 20,000. I'm trying to make 5 or 10 off of it. Not, yo, bro, I see what you're doing. I want to change the life of my family. I'm tired of doing this. I'm tired of doing that. I want to build a legacy. Then I say, okay, what you want to do? What's your budget? I got X amount of dollars. I sell you this property. You don't do nothing with it. And 3 years later, you blaming me that you bought this property.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's the type of shit when the spaghetti hit the wall, they don't stick, right? Like people just know, like, all right, what's the situation? Like common sense thing, and they be like, he sold you a house. You had it for how long? You ain't do nothing with it. All right, you got to take accountability for that.
But no, not when
Just them though.
But not when they're speaking it to somebody that's portraying a negative narrative.
I mean,
so they're like, "Oh, he sold you a house.
I feel like,
what did he do? Oh, he took. What's up with the house? You know what I mean? Now, your mind, even though you know that you did nothing in 3 years with this house, you didn't pay the taxes, you didn't clean it, you didn't do nothing, right? Yeah. You sitting there and you're really entertaining that. Yeah, maybe I am the victim.
Yeah, but you ain't gonna be able to control that because people gonna do what they want to do.
Exactly.
But what do you plan to do, like moving forward? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's going to?
The only thing I'm doing moving forward, I'm liquidating what I need to liquidate. I'm cashing these people out, and I'm done.
So you plan on making do on your commitments?
Of course.
So it's like, why would people throw the whole scammer word? Like, why are you being referred to as a scammer? Why are you being referred to as a scammer?
That's what we do as a people. I don't give a fuck what you do if it don't go right. You got scammed.
Yeah. I mean,
oh man, the wolf he saw me in the motherfucking book. Man, I thought this book was 300 pages. It's 162 pages. Man, that shit ain't. No, they said it's the same shit about my book. Yeah, I see the nigga got the rehab goon book. It's such and such amount of pages and the print is big. Well, he scammed me. I want my money back. Like, bro, anything that any of us do, and let me just say this. Let me say this blatantly, because I ran a little test the other day.
Yeah.
What I did was I put on my social media, if anybody that I introduced you to or not, that you done business with, that you feel like scammed you, DM me. I had DMs about every motherfucker that's in the game.
There's no doubt in my mind about the whole scammer thing. Like, how are you phrasing these things when going into business with people? You said you're a businessman, you stopped hustling. Like, was you letting them know that this was an investment and that investments are a risk? Or
let me say something.
They said, what's up with the promises on the returns and
let
all
me
of that?
say something to everybody. I wasn't soliciting. So being I wasn't soliciting, people saw what I did every day.
Yeah.
People called, I want to be involved in that. I've watched you for 3 years. I've watched you for 2 years. Let me finish.
Yeah, I'm not.
You asked me a question.
Let me answer that
let
question.
me address it.
All right.
I've been following for 2 years. I got 50,000. I got 20,000. What you trying to do? You trying to buy a house? You trying to invest? Because if you've been watching me for 2 years, you know what the fuck I do.
Right.
You know what I buy. You know what I invest in. You see my movement.
Right.
My whole life is on Instagram for my children, my wife, everybody, my work, everything.
Yeah.
Then when they get in, right? When they get in, it's the process. Bro, this shit ain't got nothing to do with nothing. It works. It's the process. Sometimes people expect for it to happen in 9. When we was rolling, bro, at our height, man, that shit was running every 4 months.
I think
Let me
my
finish.
question.
Every 4 months, people were getting checks. You understand? When the market was at an all-time high.
Yeah.
Then we went to 6 months.
Right.
Then the 6 months had to go to a year.
Yeah.
Because that's just what was happening. You know what I mean? But then you got people that might lock in for a year and they like, you know what, man, I'm gonna need the money back. Or this ain't, or that, like, bro, and it just costs. Like, people think that no matter what contract they sign, they could just ask for a refund.
All right, yes, 100% true. Being somebody that's been in business for 10 plus years, I've seen all of these things play out, right? In doing these transactions with these people, was it any type of like deadline date? Like, all right, we're going. So what was that? What was the
So this is what it is. Most of the investments were based upon construction. So really, I already own this building over here. We need to fix it up. How much we need to fix it? We need 60,000 to fix it. You give up 20, you give up 20, you give up 20. We got 60,000 to fix it. We're gonna give you 20% return. So you get back 4,000. You get 24. You get 24. You get 24. That's how it was going. But what happens is when the house don't get finished in that certain amount of time, right? Mm-hmm. Or it doesn't refinance, right? Or if you can't sell in that certain amount of time and it gets extended, then it's like, well, damn, listen. It's like, well, damn, you said on the 30th, right? Even if I'm taking you there every day and I'm showing you this project, like, yo, we ain't gonna make the deal on 30th. Or we make the deal on 30th, but it's taking us 5 more months to sell a motherfucker because the market is not as hot as it was. Now it's, oh man, but you said this, but you said that. That's where I had to learn that, like, these people are not really, and I'm talking about the investors, these people are not really in it for the long haul. They just want it to be, and you got to understand that. Well, my thing is this: I've never had no clients where I said that you're not gonna get your bread. You know what I mean? Now, it might take longer, but then even in it taking longer, people are upset. But the reality of it is, it's real estate. You don't really have no control over it. Even if I say, if in my mind it should take 4 months, I'm gonna tell you 6. Yeah, but if the market dip in the middle of that and it take 8, then it wasn't like I said that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 2 things though. One, another factor of accountability. Why are you doing business with people that don't understand investments?
Well, first of all, when you're doing business, you're not thinking that people don't understand investments. Let's take you can name Bing, ING, any of them big investment joints. People are sending their money. You think they doing a background check on them?
I don't think it's your responsibility. I don't think that is your responsibility.
I'm answering your question. Yeah. We in a business to make money and turn money. Mm. Money is green. We not sitting there saying, I ain't gonna mess with this lady right here. This lady right here just came and she bought her last $20,000. I ain't gonna help her. I'm gonna help this person right over here that got $80,000, $100,000, $1 million. Like, no, like, people not doing background checks on who knows what. I mean, that's a technicality when things go wrong.
The banks
There's
a reason why they ain't giving you. They looking at debt to income ratio, spending habits. They looking at all these different things.
That's different from investing. But that's not the same as investing. So let me give it to you.
All right, so let me tell you why I said it, because I don't even want to be too technical, right? Because I don't want to make this a technical conversation. I said that because it's understanding that, again, these people are making it it's like I'm spending it away from real estate. When I was dating, I wouldn't even deal with a certain type of woman based on my observation of how she carry herself, right? If I can see that she gonna be a liability more than she gonna be an asset, me fucking her might be the worst decision I ever made. Why? Because I made let me finish. Hold on. Let me finish. I'm as a leader, I'm thinking because at the end of the day, I get it when money is green, right? It's not black, it's not white, it's green. It is what it is. Sometimes you can see that. But I'm saying like at this point when you dealing with, people's whatever they life savings, it ain't your responsibility to protect it. It's not. But from the perspective that you come from, if you gonna say that you're gonna be of the community and you're gonna protect the community and you're gonna bring it like that, then this is when people's coming to you with the savior complex. If you coming to people like an investor or somebody that just looking to take and do what you gotta do and it's black and white, then people gonna see you as that. But if you give the dream of I'm from the streets, I'm like, if I'm a young nigga, cause you represent more. See,
I'm trying to answer your question.
No, cause I'm talking, that's not even a question, I'm ranting. I don't even think you understand like what you, no bro, cause I'm saying to you, like I fuck with you. People look up to you. People look up to you. They always did. It's a young nigga out here that want to be just like you. You know what I mean? So you got a different responsibility than to the community than just the financial literacy world. It's gonna take me 2 seconds to answer this question.
No,
it's not even a question. I'm talking to you now.
All right, go ahead.
You got a different responsibility because it's like that's the reason why I got out the streets. I realized how much influence I had. I realized that I could get people to do bad shit or I can get them to do good shit. I chose to say, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pivot this way, right? So I don't want to make this a financial literacy conversation because this is not even a financial literacy platform. Right. I'm not even a financial literacy guru. I'm talking to you about integrity, about character, about the shit that I actually give a fuck about. So when we think about the responsibility that we have, if I say that I'm gonna lead, in no way, shape, form, or fashion am I allowed to lead people astray and then walk away and say it's business. That's just man to man. That's integrity. Like I'm not gonna come take your money. And even if I'm not gonna say, yeah, G, I believe in me. If you come to me, little bro, believe in me. I fuck with you as a person. I don't really know too much about real estate. I tell you that off the record.
I'm trying to get an answer.
It's not a question.
Okay.
I'm ranting. I'm talking to you because this is the couch, right? This is the conversation. I told you this.
But I want to say something that's going.
All right, so when I land a plane, you got it. If I come to you and I say, oh, you know what I'm saying, I don't know what I'm doing in this particular area, but I fuck with you because I trust you. Like business aside, let's talk the streets. How that shit. I'm just looking. If you say you got me or whatever the case may be, you know what the penalty is if you do that in the streets. Right. So what changes, like from a character standpoint, like from an accountability standpoint, from an integrity standpoint, that's the question. What changes from how you would conduct business at that level to how you do it over here? When the same people give you, they trust in you. You
ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, so in the beginning, it started out as that. I want to identify without pushing anything off is, I have these people I don't know, bro. Like those people, this shit became a machine. It wasn't people that was coming to me and handing me their money. Half these people I never met. They walked into an office. They called the number. They called the number, right? I'll tell you what they did. Let me get comfortable.
I get it.
So listen,
go ahead. I'm following you.
I want to give it to the people.
All right, go ahead.
They called the phone number. Because now at that point, I went from the people that did have access to me, which I always held them. We can get them on any of them, right? Yeah. That I did say, yo, boom, 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 to me being the face of something and people calling the phone number and saying, hey, yo, listen, I got $20,000 I'm trying to invest that I never met. And this woman called, somebody filled out her paperwork, they did their contract and she wired her money in. And I still never met this woman till today. You understand what I'm saying? So it went from in your eyesight as, damn, G, but they trust you. It been got past that. It turned into a machine. Like the biggest thing is people are viewing this through the eyes of a mom and pop. It wasn't.
What you mean by that? What you mean by mom and pop?
A mom and pop is a small business where people came and physically did business with me and gave me their money. So let me finish.
No, I ain't talking good.
It really turned into a Fortune 5. It turned into a machine. So what happened is when I'm in Cleveland or I'm in Florida, I'm going on the road for 2-3 weeks at a time, it's millions coming in.
Yeah.
So listen, I don't know who these people are. So it wasn't a thing where I prayed on, Miss such. I don't even know Miss such and such. I don't even know this person. No. So guess what had to happen? Once the machine shut down, people started personally trying to reach out to me. So as they reached out to me, then I had to say, hey, send me a copy of your contract. They sent me a copy of their contract. I said, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put you on a payout plan. I'll pay you myself. This is how all of the clients personally got my phone number.
Yeah.
So a lot of times when people are watching, they are hearing things like, well, oh, this person gave you their money, this person gave, like, and when I say, man, I don't know them people, they say, he took all these people money, he act like he don't know them, bro.
Yeah.
On everything I love, like, my company turned into a Fortune 5, whereas though, like, Grant Cardone don't know every person that's wiring money into his company, every person that's investing. None of us at that level really know. I think the fact of it is that they're not respecting the fact that I reached that level.
I think from that perspective, I won't contest to nothing you just said, but I think it's a key factor that what you're missing, which gave their statement merit. It was people that was close to you that gave it when certain people, because I don't really care I don't address the mess. That's not my vibe. That's not my vibe, right? I don't care to mention. That's not my vibe. But just by way of the public's opinion, when somebody that has record of being this close to you in a sense says, oh, this person took my money, now it makes the other 1,000 claims seem more valid.
Right.
Without that one staple, without that one situation, those claims can fall off because it's like, I'm big. Let me finish. You get so big, you're right. You can't. That's what I'm saying. That's the accountability we can't put on you to know every single thing. But when it comes from somebody that's at your hip, of course people gonna listen. And then what happened was now people are searching for the other people who are.
For the record, we ain't take nobody money. People pursued us. I mean, there's people that say, man, I've been trying to get with you for the last year. People pursued us. They came. They invested. Deals went good. Deals went bad. The deals that went bad is the deals that I personally focused on because I went out and paid these people out of my own personal pocket. I paid out millions of dollars out of my personal pocket to compensate those people. And there are tons of people that can vouch for that.
Can I give you my personal opinion?
Go ahead, baby.
I feel like this, right? In a couple of situations, because I'm not the real estate guy, right? I only pay attention to the actions. I don't even pay attention to the mess. I tell you all the time, I only see what you post. I don't pay attention to the smear campaigns and all of that. Right. You know what I mean? I feel like from the people perspective, not the people that's slandering you, but just like, the people that might have said, oh, Greg took my money, this and third. It was because they felt like they more believed in you than they believed in the business. And that's on them. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's where they feel let down, hurt, because they looked at you more than they looked at the outcome.
But
you know what I'm saying?
I just answered that directly as I could.
No, you did. You did. No, but I'm saying.
They looking at me, I'm personable. So they looking at me as if it's people that invested.
I'm not talking about the people from the social media. I'm just saying like.
I'm just saying period. I'm saying, bro, people only know me from social media. They don't know me.
I'm talking.
I'm that's the only place they do know me from.
I'm speaking from the people who you met, you mentored, you brought in close, you put them in certain predicaments.
But still that come from social media.
It come from that, but the moment, like, all right, cool, I met you from social media,
right?
But I said,
you're my bro now.
I said, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I say I fuck with you, but that don't mean just because I fuck with you don't mean I'm not going to hold you accountable. Or
I want you to hold me accountable.
You know what I mean? So who do you feel like throughout this whole situation has allowed you to see it? Because I told you just when we was rolling, like you in a war right now, and sometimes when you in a war, your judgment get cloudy. Your actions get caught. You know how you got here. We gonna address that, but the fact of the matter is where we stand today. You in the middle of a war, where though people are coming for your character. From my experience with you, you ain't been nothing but good to me, right? I can say that on the record because that's my experience.
Right. That's a lot of people's experience.
I've never did business with you, but what I will say is
I've never not been bad to nobody.
But let me say,
even if you did business with me and gave money, right?
Let me give you the respect that you do, right?
Go ahead.
You give me solid advice. You know what I mean? You reached out to me, yo, little bro. Look, I think you could X, Y, Z, or I see what you're doing. You always gave whatever the case may be. So I could see your heart. But that's not. I tell you all the time. Like I could see that. But I'm not. It's always the intentions, but it's also the outcome.
Right.
I could be like, damn. I don't think G meant to do that. Even if whatever the worst. I think that he probably bit off more than you could chew.
Okay.
And the shit got too big. That's my personal perspective, right? But the outcome is still to be answered for.
Right.
It's like you can attempt to throw it, but if it get intercepted, you still got to take the podium and answer to why your path was intercepted.
But that's been done.
And I think that from a personal perspective, I'm looking at it like, people that fuck with you, I think that's why they feel like, oh, you did me wrong because I believed in you more so than they believed in the business.
Everybody believed in me because they watched that social media. They believed in me.
I'm not disputing that.
I'm not disputing that they didn't believe in me. The reality of it is, though, it's a business. You understand what I'm saying? So when business when it was going good, everybody, nothing. Like, you never heard nobody say, yo, I'm going to tell you to show people, like, man, don't tell nobody what I made. Don't post what I made. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. But then when something go wrong, people like, well, I ain't get this when I was supposed to get it, Right. Like, bro, I could open this room up and fill this motherfucker with people that made millions of dollars with me. And I could open this room up and fill it with people that feel like they got done wrong.
So who throughout this whole situation, what you feel like the biggest thing you learned so far?
I mean, honestly, the biggest thing I learned, bro, and sad. I mean, I don't even want to. I mean, just do what I got to do for me after this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't you know, some people just, you know, they gonna be the way they are. You know what I mean? As a culture, bro, truth be told, as a culture, bro, like, it's hard for us. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna just be honest with you. Like, I don't see it. I don't see us never really evolving together as a culture. I just don't see it, because if you think that we gonna go and march in this joint, right? And ain't nobody gonna get shot, nobody gonna get stabbed, nobody gonna get killed. We just gonna get the victory. Like, that's not realistic. You know what I mean?
100%.
Now, my thing is, when I went to these different places, I spent my own money. You understand? I spent my own money first. Then people started coming in. I want to spend my money. I want to spend my money, right? Like, bro, we own millions and millions of dollars worth of stuff just in Ohio alone. You know what I mean? Besides Philly,
right.
Ohio alone, that all people got to do is contact realtors or contact me or contact a wholesaler. Like, they set for 3 years. None of these people, the city trying to take this shit from them. You know what I mean? Or some of these buildings they about to start tearing down. You understand? Because they don't answer the letters. They not paying the taxes, nothing. You understand? And why? Why? If that's the case, blow the motherfucker out. Let's get what we can get back in our pocket and let's go again.
Yeah, I think what you attempted to do was either going to be the greatest thing in history, or it was going to end up where you at right now.
Where you at right now.
You know what I mean? It was only one or two ways.
But it's going to work. It just wasn't my time. I was too far. Like, right now, it's working. It's other people that's doing the same shit, and it works. They out doing the same, running the same place, and it works.
So throughout this whole situation, I know that it probably took a toll on your personal life. How has it impacted your family?
My family really don't. It impacted them in a way where, you know, hearing hateful stuff like that. But I mean, truth be told, man, what I do love about my family, and if you ever notice about me, I'm all family. So it was always us against the world. So it didn't make them feel any type of way about me or whatever the case may be. I don't sweep the shit under the rug. You know, I let them know what I did right. I mean, my kids was there. Anything I did, you know, all the people we blessed, things I've done, business, people picking up checks, money. Like, my kids are involved, so they see the money coming in and out of the accounts.
Yeah.
You know, especially my older kids, they see it. You know what I mean? They see the people getting paid and they see the stuff. So when things go wrong, I have to explain to them, in business, things go wrong. And the same way they'll build you up to be the shit, they'll tear you down to the shit.
Yeah, 100%. And staying in that pocket of family, you know what I mean? You always made your business seem and feel family oriented, or whatever the case may be. And you saying that you let your family know, and they could see what you're doing. They could see your intentions. They could see your move. They could see that what they saying about my dad, my husband, my brother.
They know me personally.
They know you personally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They know it wasn't intentional.
Yeah.
Like that's my only thing. I'm not saying the shit ain't go wrong. And I'm not saying that we not gonna fix it. Like, bro, honestly, bro, I could run this shit up to 100 M's, right?
Yeah.
So me being down 2-3 million, to me, is not what they think it is.
But even when I asked you the scammer question, that's what you should have led with. I wasn't intending to scam. I didn't.
No. I just want you to understand. Let me tell you something.
No,
bro.
I'm gonna tell you why.
That's just the new verbiage. That's what they going. I don't care
100%.
what you get done.
Yeah, but
they saying the bank scam them, the supermarket scam them, the gas station
No, but
scam
again,
them.
when you show them a vision is based on what you intend to do. It's a blueprint, what you're trying to fulfill.
Right.
So if somebody's saying that you did something wrong and you going, I feel like, if I'm being real with you, I feel like this whole situation probably got you on edge because you feel like you got to defend yourself.
I'm not though.
No, but listen, I'm gonna tell you. I never wanted to sit down with you and make you defend yourself. Why? Because I'm watching how you move in the situation. I'm trying to see what you're gonna do. I'm never gonna condemn a man before the end of the fight. I'm never gonna condemn you. I'm still trying to see. If you would have changed your number, moved to a different country, said fuck everybody, then I'd have said, gee, you on some fucking nut shit.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
know.
But I'm watching you stand in the face of it and try to fix your mistakes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I feel like because you being attacked in so many different ways, you probably don't know who you can fuck with, who to trust, who.
Yeah, I definitely ain't fucking with
because
nobody.
in this situation, this ain't even a conversation where I wanted you to defend yourself.
Right.
The questions I'm asking you is to give clarity.
Yeah,
And
you is, but
I'm
giving
just
clarity
saying,
for sure.
I'm just saying. So it's like, even when I said the whole scammer thing, it's like, I asked you from an investor standpoint, that, like, did you be communicated that this is an investment,
bro? Let me tell
or
you
did
something.
you make promises?
People call to listen. Like we not gonna give nobody no windows to crawl out. Me or anybody else. We ain't gonna do that. People call me to invest their money.
All right, so it's an investment.
They already seen it. It ain't like they gave me their money and ain't
So
know
can
where I was putting it.
Can you explain in the simplest form to that camera right there what an investment is? The pros, the cons, like what's guaranteed in investment?
Nothing's guaranteed in an investment.
Explain it to them.
No,
I
they
know.
know. Listen, if anybody that don't know, whenever you invest your money in anything, if you open up your own business, the hell with giving it to somebody else. Hair salon, clothing store, bank, whatever, movie theater, whatever. When you invest your money, you are putting yourself in a position to lose and also to win. What determines whether you lose or win is if you quit. I don't care what investment we make. If this investment doesn't mature or we take a loss here, as long as we keep moving, we'll make it up somewhere else. That's the difference. People got to keep going. You can't, if I give you money and invest in the couch, right? And I say, yo, bro, what we gonna do? Yo, we should make this an episode or whatever we gonna charge, whatever, right? And or how long do you think the turnaround gonna be? Oh, gee, probably 5-6 months tops, right? Boom. We look at we 6 months in and it's just starting to pop.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Like, let me be honest with you, and without even saying too much, there are businesses I invested tons of money and never got $1 for.
Yeah, 100%.
You never see me going.
I mean, yeah, because you understand investments.
Because I understand that there's a risk. When I gave somebody my money and I never got nothing back, I don't go on social media. I don't curse people. I don't say, man, I ain't never get no money from that business. I did this, I did that. I don't never say that because you know why? I took a risk with that person. I understood it. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think that you know how you saying it clear as day? Yeah. I think that those are the things that have to be said plain and simple.
That's where a non-accredited investor comes in at. Because what happens is these people are just investing based upon watching your success. They're not being realistic that, damn, this could actually go wrong. But I'm going to do it. Like, there are people that when it took long to pay them out, gee, I understand. I knew it was business. I mean, I knew you was going to pay me, though. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying?
I mean, I feel like any hustler, hustling is not appropriate in business, but anybody that understands the risk of gambling or anything, you understand that you put something out, it might not come back. If I start a business, I got so much sweat equity in this, I might never get this money back.
But people that bet on me, no. Like, listen, let me tell you something. If me and you buy this building right here and we supposed to fix it and do this and we don't meet the deadlines, it don't work and the money's still tied up in this building, if I make money on the building next door, I'm gonna cash you out.
Do you take it personal that certain people gave up on you?
No.
You don't take it personal at all?
I mean, you want me to tell truth to the people because you know I
don't care who you're telling truth to.
I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm a different kind of person. Like, I don't really get attached to much. You know, I've been losing family members. For my first friend got murdered at 13. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I'm not really attached to much of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If it ain't like my children or whatever, like I don't get attached to nothing. It was some real OGs that really instilled stuff that people say. I really live by that stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, like I know this is my business. So my thing is I ain't taking nobody down with me. I'm rocking off this shit, however it go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
So I want to say that first and foremost, and then second of all, I just want to say, man, like with this whole thing, people saw something that they never saw before.
100%.
And they doubted it and doubted it and doubted it till it got to a point where they just couldn't doubt that shit no more. Yeah. They like, this shit works. Yeah. So when they started to jump on, guess what? And then they seeing you and yo, man, I see you done business with the boy. How I go, man? I got my bread, man. It's good. That ain't good money. I've been rolling with him for 8 months. I'm rolling for a year. I had people rolling their monies over for 1-2 years that we roll and get money. But then as the market shift and things slow up, the money's just slowed up. All those millions of dollars of houses we got out in Ohio, they still sitting there. Those millions of dollars are sitting in them houses. Yeah. So we didn't lose. And we got to get to that shit, sell it, and pull our money back out. And let me give you this one scenario. You got $20,000 in the bank, right? Mm. The bank is using it. You're not getting nothing off of it. They charging you to hold that $20,000. Right. But if you take that $20,000 and buy a building that you paid for $20,000 in its lowest condition, and the value goes up, you're making more money with your $20,000 sitting in that abandoned building versus this. What happens to us as minorities is this. When we own a piece of asset and we financially don't have physical, we panic. So even though you paid $20,000 for that building, you telling her to give you 18 for it. Give me 12 for it. I just need to get rid of it. Right? Now you banging out for the 12. You blow through the 12. Now guess what? Oh man, I lost.
Yeah,
you supposed to sell it for more than what you got. Fuck it, you waited. If I buy a house for $20,000 and I waited 2 years and I ain't doing nothing, I want a 30 ball for this motherfucker. I think
that that's where our disconnect coming in. I think from the business standpoint, you can make your point all day and you're gonna be right about it because you at the end of the day, and when this business is gonna be a risk. At the end of the day, if I bought these pillows, it's my responsibility to get rid of them. I can't put that responsibility on you. You could say you're gonna help me, but it's still my responsibility. I put my money into it. I gotta love my money more than you love my money.
Exactly.
And that's just the mindset for anybody out there. You know what I mean? Even while I'm sitting here with big business. You gotta love the investment more than the person you're investing with because it's your money. You cannot expect somebody to protect your assets, protect your future, protect your livelihood, protect your family. That's your responsibility, especially to the men. We leaders. You know what I'm saying? I don't want y'all to get so wrapped up in the way that society allows people to to deflect from taking their own accountability by saying, I gave you my money, it's set for this long, why didn't you do what you're supposed to do? In the midst of that, if it's things that I could do, I'm not waiting on nobody. If I gave this man my money and I bought a property and there ain't no construction getting done, I'm gonna start the construction, I'm gonna build this company, or I'm gonna get my money one way or another, because that's just what it is. You understand what I'm saying?
Good point.
Hold on, no, let me finish.
I want to answer some of the questions too.
That wasn't the question. I was just piggybacking off that because you made a good point.
Remind me, I'm gonna piggyback off that construction shit.
All right, but the last thing that and I don't want to lose. I'm the same. I'll lose my train of thought. But going back to what you were just saying, I feel like this is the part where we disconnect, and this is the part that I want you to understand. Because it's accountability, and I know you're saying at the end of the day, this episode is the art of accountability, because that's what we're here to talk about. It's so many levels. You taking accountability at the highest level for representing your company, not bringing nobody down with you, paying people back, all of that. But if you the driver of this car,
so what accountability?
I'm gonna tell you where you.
I'm missing.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Okay.
You driving this car. You got people in this car with you. You crashed. You saying, I fucked up. I fell asleep at the wheel. I crashed. These 3 people in the car died.
So what more accountability can I have?
You still owe the family.
On what?
Some sympathy in a sense.
That's what you losing me at.
I'm gonna tell you why.
If I go to the family and say, "Yo, I fucked up. I'm sorry. I fell asleep at the wheel. I did this." That is sympathetic accountability.
To them. Yeah. No, I'm saying, oh, sorry. That's where my fault.
I'm just trying to figure out.
I was saying you doing that. I thought you doing that.
What part of accountability do you think that I'm not taking?
The only part is I feel like that you understand that you.
Because to me, accountability is either I'm taking accountability or I'm not.
Yeah. So, but that's why it's not just.
Either I'm on some arrogant shit. Say, listen. Oh well, it was business. It is what it is. No, that's not what I'm doing.
You're not doing that.
You know what? I apologize for this. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to do this. And in the midst of that, I'm tell you the ill shit. In the midst of that, I've never seen, or what makes sense to me, that you give me $10,000. I'm out here running, right? Shit go wrong. I'm trying to fix it, and you doing everything. Let me finish.
I lost my train when you interrupt, but I just came back to me.
Right.
I feel like instead of you saying you is going to you is saying that, right? But you getting right back in the next car. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's the thing. Like you get in the next car, and it's almost like fuck the last car.
If I don't get in the next car,
I ain't telling you not to. I'm not telling you not to. But that's the thing. It's like I fucked up over here.
I think. Let me tell you what aspect you taking it from.
Okay.
People accusing me of all these shit, but I'm still working. What the fuck am I supposed to do?
I'm not talking about from today.
I'm giving it to you how the public is looking at. Like, well, he's still selling houses. How the fuck these people wouldn't get paid if I don't do that?
Yeah, no, of course you gotta.
How am I gonna get to work if I don't get in the next car?
We're not telling you. No, I'm not telling you not to get in the next car. I'm saying when you get in the car, it seems like you're saying fuck the previous car. That's the question that I'm asking you.
How?
Because all right, so we're going to the people.
No, I gotta ask you how, because this is my thing. Let me just say something to you. Nobody wants to see me get on this motherfucker and apologize every single day. Because people are saying to me, yo, bro, stop, cut that shit out. Yeah. That's what they saying. You already said that, bro. Do what you need to do and keep it moving, right? Because the reality of it is this, right? If every day I'm not going to get on here and say, yo, I'm sorry, I apologize, this, that, and third. No, I'm going to work towards getting this shit hit. And I'm going to say, yo, look, boom, this with it. Because the reality of it is, bro, the only thing gonna change this shit is as the people get cashed out.
And I agree, and I feel like.
And the reality of it is this. Listen, the reality of it is this. I do gotta give it to you in a harsh way. These people are not my friends. They never been my friends. They only here for the money. That's what you not understanding. They only here for the money. They don't give 2 fucks about me, you, or nobody else. They came because I was a fucking cash cow. They didn't come because that's my man, that's my friend, I love him, I just want to help him, because the proof is in the pudding. When shit go wrong, they show you. Dog, I don't give a fuck about, I don't really know, y'all just want my bread, and that's how I gotta be. So it can't be that way on one end, and then on my end, when I say, okay, look, then that's my thing. I'm gonna pay you, and even though you say fuck shit about me, I'm gonna pay you. If you still wanna be cool, I'm cool with that. I ain't no nigga that's saying, bro, you know what I mean, motherfuckers I heard talk shit about me, not the paid, we still all right, and we laugh about that shit now.
Yeah, because not personal.
It was never personal, right? That's the thing. I think more or less, you make it out of a personal thing. It ain't personal. Dumb people don't get 2 fucks about me.
Look, you want me to be real with you? It's not personal for me. But that don't mean it ain't personal to somebody.
It's not personal for the people. It's this
not
business.
For me. Yeah,
like, no, who it's personal for? It's personal for people that know me personally, because they saying, damn, bro, this shit they saying, this ain't you.
Right.
Like, when, you know what I mean? People that know me, that watch me grow. I had a lady who used to babysit me. She said to me, she said, this ain't the little boy I know growing up that I used to babysit that they saying all these things about. Yeah. So today I'm here for people like Diane, for those kind of people, for my aunts, for my uncles, for my old heads that's defending me constantly every day. I'm here for them, because this is my thing. We know that I'm here today to show that for those that didn't hear me say, I got y'all. Meaning that I'm not no nigga where I'm sitting on all this shit. I got all this real estate and I'm saying, yeah, I'm gonna keep this shit and fuck everybody. No, sell all this shit, make sure all my people get paid, and whatever I don't got, I get it the fuck again.
Yeah, I feel like, to your point, I said it in the beginning, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I see what your intentions are. You know what I mean? I never wanted to address the mess. That's not my vibe. That's not who I am. That's not what I stand for. No, it's not even. It's not even about. Of course, for sure. I mean, we're gonna talk like if this camera wasn't here.
Yeah, you already know.
But I'm just saying that to say is like, even me, people say, oh, I did your show. Of course, yo, damn, you fucking with him. Da da da. I see your character. I feel like, based on my interaction with you, based on my experience with you, I see that you seem like a giving motherfucker. I asked you if you took it personal when people gave up on you, because I felt like you put a lot of people in position.
I did.
And when shit hit the fan, nobody spoke up for you.
But I'm gonna tell you the truth though. Real leaders, real people like myself, I never did it. I did it because I wanted to genuinely see the motherfuckers win. Yeah. I'm already a winner. I want them to see what it felt like to become a winner. Yeah. Like, they didn't make me a winner. I made them winners. You understand what I'm saying? I was already winning. You know what I mean?
No,
so I want you to understand that the people that I felt like abandoned me, that did, whether, or dipped out on me, like, come on, like my aunt even called me one day. She said, damn, she said, used to be 100 people at the parties, private jets, everything, where everybody at? That's what my aunt said. She said, where everybody at? And then when she said that, I just was like, I thought about it, but the reality of it is this, right? This is what I had to understand. And there's nothing wrong with people being opportunists or whatever it is, right? It's nothing wrong. People use so much stuff in the negative. I'm gonna take the opportunist thing. I'm not mad at nobody that left me to go do their own thing, because you know why? I genuinely didn't know those people in the first place. They came here for business.
Right.
When business was good, they stayed. When business was bad, they left. They were only here for business. And I think us as a people, we take everything personal.
100%.
So if I own a barbershop and I teach you how to cut and you in my barbershop, I'm thinking you supposed to be there with me forever. No, if you want to grow and open your own barbershop, I'm willing to help you. That's
100%.
That's who Big Business is. That's who G is. You know what I'm saying? 100%. I'm that person. So I don't take nothing personal because I didn't know those people. They was never my friends. They wasn't even my family.
I get it.
These were people that I befriended from social media.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So in understanding that, you don't hold no grudge. If I see them right now, it's love. I'm not mad at none of them.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's love. Listen, congratulations. I'm happy with what you got going. I went on about my life, and I kept moving on to the same thing. Right. My immediate circle, my family, my original OGs, they're around.
Right.
They still around. I still kick it with them.
Right. 100%.
On a daily. You know what I mean?
No, I understand completely. As somebody who myself faced a lot of adversity early in my life, you know what I mean? Having good, solid friends, and that's when you see who. Yeah. When the shit hit the fan, you get to see who fuck with you. This my we're gonna wrap it up. You know what I'm saying?
That's all. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, also, but before I wrap it, I'm gonna let you. I know you said you wanted to respond to the whole GC thing. What I had said something about contract, and you told me to remind you. I'm reminding you about that right now.
Oh, the construction and Rico drink. We was talking. We was about to go into the.
Oh yeah. So if you want to address that, go ahead. And then anything else that I feel like formally, and then even like not even apologizing. Just what's the next steps? Like that's the big thing. Like what's your 3 to 5 year plan?
The next steps is already happening. What I'm doing now is I'm liquidating all of my high-end assets to be able to cash out who's still waiting. And I'm done.
So is it hundreds of people? Is it a lot of people?
Bro.
I'm asking, I don't know. I have no clue. No? All right, so you closer to zero than people would like to.
Definitely.
That's the question.
Bro, I'm probably about a little over 2.5, probably in the hole.
And you got every intention on.
Bro, I'm paying people now.
I
don't have the intention. Let me make this clear. I don't got the intentions on paying people. I'm paying them. They're getting paid. Intentions is, if this go right, I'm gonna do this. No, as this shit is getting sold, these people are getting paid out.
Yeah, if you owe that man, pay that man.
That's it.
You know, just say, motherfucker, if you owe me money, I don't want to see no motivation posts. All your posts better be about struggling.
right. That crazy.
I don't want to see you posting nothing. You better not be getting
That's the sad thing about the people. That's what I was about to say before I got cut off. We was talking. You give me $10,000, I invest in something over here, this house or whatever, right? It take long. Now you trying to destroy me, but I still got to pay you the 10.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
That's the craziest shit ever. It's people that I see go online, talk shit with other people about me, and then be like, yo, how we looking? You trying to make it so you can't get your own fucking money. Mm-hmm. You see me out here trying to grind, and I'm on yo, bro, I got a couple closings. Yo, I got this. Yo, I got that. I got a couple things on the hook, and I'm waiting. All I gotta do is wait. When that shit closes, I send checks out. Yo, you cash that check. Go do this. Go do that. That's what I do.
Yeah, I think that.
But as a real businessman,
gave up.
we gonna eliminate this. My business reached a level where, as a real businessman, I'm not getting on here every time I get somebody a check to make them. Yo, look, tell them. Yo, G paid me, y'all. Like, we ain't doing all that. I'm gonna pay these people because you know why? I'm not trying to change the perspective of the people right now. That's not why I'm here.
Yeah.
They gonna think and believe whatever they gonna think and believe whatever they want to think and believe, right? But the thing I'm here for is, like you said, clarity. Yeah, I want them to understand
and that's
why this went that way. And let me elaborate on the construction.
Oh yeah.
It's people that bought houses off me that was supposed to get construction done. For the record, they never paid me. That's why the construction never got done. They were supposed to pay me X amount of dollars a month.
I seen that.
So as people say, I bought the house. He never fixed my house, but they leaving out a hard part. One, I got a mortgage note on the house, so you owe me every month. I could foreclose on this house right now.
Right.
Take it back and pay these people over here.
Right.
Or I could not take it from you. Wait, hopefully you sell it, do the right thing, and I get some of my bread back.
Right.
And everybody win.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they ain't paid me for no construction.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you providing, because like I said, that's the reason why I wanted to sit down. We talked about doing it before this even hit.
You asked me about the lawsuits, and I wanted to elaborate.
Yeah, you can elaborate on that.
So like I said, 20 years, thousands of clients. I had about 7 lawsuits, right? I want to say 3 or 4 of them was settled already, and the other ones will be settled. It's nothing but litigation, and can we come to agreement on when we're going to get paid and how much we're going to get paid, right? So one lawyer's tactic was to put all of my LLCs that he thought that I was involved in under one. So it made it organized and it made it like a RICO.
Right.
So if anybody go out there, I'm not under, he got a facing a RICO charge.
I wasn't even going to interview
you. I want to. So this is what I want to do so there's no misunderstanding. Google Greg Parker versus Raymond Schaefer. And you read it for yourself. I don't want to be the dude that sit up here like I'm saying something. And the other dude saying, no, that ain't the truth. First of all, that settlement was done in 2021. It's 2023. Right. So that's over. That's past. So the negative narrative that some of these guys are trying to paint on me as if, he facing a RICO. No, I'm not. That was a tactic that the attorney used at the time to try to make sure that he can win. You know what I'm saying? He can win at all costs. And he got me with it the one time, but I was able to readjust, and I ain't got to worry about that affecting me.
I see how I watched the show Suits.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I did want to say that it's Greg Parker versus Raymond Schaefer. It was settled in 2021, and I feel like I owe that to the people because that's the main thing. Like even the streets, where the honor amongst thieves? Like I come from the streets, and you got street
There's no
people.
honor amongst thieves.
You got street people down there talking about G facing the. I mean, dudes that's probably really facing the RICO. Talking about I'm facing the RICO. You know what I'm saying?
I think a lot of people don't do their due diligence. One of the tips you gave me before we even interview, you said, do homework when you're doing your interview. Don't just let anybody on your platform. You don't want nobody to come up there and sell to your people, and then you said it to me like a year ago. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I took heed to that. You're the first person that I even did research on. I never do research. Right. Because I didn't want you to assume I knew. Right. Like I didn't know and I know they're going. I don't look at myself as a journalist. It's a journalist's responsibility to know. I'm a conversationalist. I get on here and
that's why I was upset with the lady that printed in the Inquirer. I figured she was a real journalist.
Yeah.
Don't print no bullshit.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't even. First of all, I'm a man first. I'm never going to even slander a man or allow. We didn't even talk about another man on this whole conversation. I know why.
Exactly.
We ain't doing that.
You know
I'm not even that. I don't care to discuss. We talking man to man. I had questions I wanted to ask, and I also wanted to be the voice of the people from a perspective, not because I got respect for you as a person, because I don't have no tie in with you in business to even look at it from there. But I gotta address this because even if you was my pop, my big brother, my right hand man. Right. I'm going. Even if there was no cameras, I'm gonna pull you to the side and I'm gonna want you to explain what's going on because I want to understand what you plan to do moving forward. Exactly. So to end it, to land a plane, you already said that the thing is getting done for that, but I don't even want to end it on that narrative. Positively moving forward. What's next? I know you done did give back, you done did so much. When I first asked that question, that's what I meant. Like, what's next? What are you doing next? Like, this ain't the end of this. Is the little shit that's going on.
You want the truth?
But when you get out of this situation, nigga.
You want the truth?
What you gonna do next?
You want the truth?
Yeah, don't tell me you're gonna retire.
Can't handle the truth?
Yeah, I can. Don't tell me you're gonna retire.
I'm done, bro.
Come on, man.
I'm done. I'm gonna tell you why.
This ain't no fucking last minute mentorship promotion.
I'm being honest. Listen,
all right, cool.
I'm done. I'm gonna tell you why I'm done, and I'm gonna say it respectfully. Like, I gave all I could give the people that I wanted to appeal to, and They took some of it and some of them ran with it. Some of them abused it. When I get myself out of situations, nowhere in the world that I would ever do anything to put myself in the positions. Like I was doing give backs before it was popular. I gave back hundreds of thousands of dollars and stuff that I never wrote off on taxes. My own money, my own paper. And I just feel like that's it. I get it now. When I say I get it now, when you look at a Will Smith and Will gone, you know what I'm saying? Whatever he doing, he ain't really, you know what I mean? I get it. You know, when you look at, Kev and, they do what they do, but they really gone, I get it. You know what I mean? Even all the way down to Meek. And I never forget, man, I had a conversation with Meek a couple years ago. And when he first came out, we was at the game and he was like, man, I'm out of here, I'm done. He's like, gee, I'm getting away from these motherfuckers, basically. And I was where you are. I was like, you tripping, bro, this, that. He's like, no, bro, you can go ahead if you want, blase, blah, and this and that. He's much younger than me. But today I get it. You know what I mean? I get it. The reality of it is this, man, is genetically, we in a bad situation. The way our genes are made, we just in a real bad situation. And my thing is, now on a street standpoint, it don't matter what you did, you my man, I don't give a fuck what you did, I'm riding with you. But once a motherfucker get out, they waiting for him to, bro, it's been 20 years. This is my jubilee. This is my 20, not my jubilee, whatever. I think it's 50. This is my 20th year.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So every year they've been waiting for me to fall and demise. Look how many people, look how much of the smear campaign. I mean, they paying people to run articles and ads and they paying all these little bloggers and all these people. But guess what though? It's only one me. It's little old me. You know what I'm saying? And the sad part about it is they can't lay me down. You know what I mean? I'm going to keep moving. I'm because what they think it is, what's big to them is really not as big to the world. You understand what I'm saying? It's dudes that had $2 million, $200 million situations, $50 million situations, $70 million situations. And you look at me at a $2-3 million situation, you think like, yo, this is it's not that. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
I get it from
that. You know what I mean?
I think
but to answer your question,
that was they but they angle, they didn't approach it from the business. They approached it personally, and I think
they approached it from internally what they can see.
Yeah, no, hold on. Let me give you what I'm saying. No, I'm saying when I say they approached it personally, they made it look like all of the love you were showing was just to solicit people. And that was like, they attacked you at your strength. Like, you show love, you want to da-da-da-da. They made it look like you pimping off of that. Like, they made it look like, oh, and I can't, I'm not, and hold on, let me finish. I'm a man. You can't pimp me. You can't, like, I'm not letting nobody manipulate and do that. So I got my own perspective on that. But for somebody who don't know no better, they take it, that's how they view it. Like, that's what you're doing. So.
20 years.
Yeah, no, again.
Hold up. I've been doing it 20 years, right? These programs is 2 to 3 years old. These people is new. So for 17 years, I built this shit up on my own. I've been giving back on my own. If anybody that know me personally, like even like yourself, even like, bro, anybody that even I grew up with, they'd tell you like, I've been this dude since I was a little boy. So it had nothing to do with me trying to help everybody win. Like whatever I had, all of my people had.
100%. And that's what I'm saying. That's even I spoke with your son. I've asked, you know what I mean? Like, everybody, you the type of man you is, they feel like you'll get a shirt off your back. Right. You know what I mean? I've seen you bought me a gift when I first met you. You know what I mean? You never asked me for nothing. You never said, little bro, shout me out the gram. You just said, no, I didn't even know I needed it. Yeah. You knew I needed it. You reached out, you said, yo, I got something for you when I see you. You gave it to me. It helped me. It's something I still use for my content, whatever. Maybe I tell everybody, damn, he bought me this, whatever it can be. I never felt like you was trying to, get me the invest. We never even talked.
No.
But you said something to me. You said you was where I'm at. That's not the truth. I'm way beyond. I've been on the shit that you saying as far as then. I help people with mindset. Why? Because I feel like that's where the biggest disease is at. I'm gonna wrap it up after this. I feel like the biggest disease is people's mindset, not understanding certain things and taking things personally, and just not understanding how shit go. Me, I've been way beyond. I'm not here to take things or make things personal. And when I help my people, I never did business with you. Why? Because I just rather have a relationship. Yep. I never did business with none of y'all. I think that I can't. I know y'all motherfuckers. Right. I don't get in bed with y'all because I'm cool with just being cool. Yep. I got my friend that I do business with that through thick and thin, we going lock in. Right. And the mistake you made was letting everybody in. Exactly. We handle everything in-house. Exactly. You can't. The reason that my team has been a team for over 10 years, anybody that been watching me know, is because we don't let nobody in what we got going on. So I fuck with you heavy. I could come kick it with you, but I never asked you to do business with you. Not because it ain't on my mind, but because I don't want to. I'd rather stay cool, keep the love, keep the respect. I do that with everybody. If I don't know you and I can't trust you, and maybe that could be why I ain't reach 8 figures. Right. Because I got to take a risk at some point. But I'm just saying to that, I got to really get in and be like, all right. All right, your integrity there,
But
your
see, that's
character
why
there,
I
and that's
did
the
reach
last thing I'm
8
gonna
figures
say.
because I understand it was just business.
Yeah, and exactly, and I can learn, and I don't shy away from saying that I need to learn how to do that, right? I won't shy away from that because that's the truth. I need to learn how to step outside of that. But I'm just saying I've been understood that people gonna be people, and I trust them to be just that.
Right.
But yeah, bro, listen, let me just say this, man. I appreciate you coming down to sit with me. You know what I mean? I know your heart. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a spectator. I'm not in the business. I'm not watching every single thing, but I'm sitting back seeing how you play this situation. I'm giving you the opportunity and the grace to make right on the situation that people saying you fuck up on.
Right.
I ain't judging you. I ain't never lose no respect for you. I ain't never treated you different through this whole situation. Only thing I can do is hold you accountable from a man-to-man standpoint and see what you do next. Because even if you did fuck up, if you fix it, all right, cool. We got something to, you know what I mean? But
exactly.
And that's what and I feel like I said, you ain't changing number, you ain't go high, you taking this shit like a man, and a lot of people is watching that's not against you, that's learning from it as well. So I want to give you comments from their perspective of saying, like, you know, you handling this adversity the right way. You're not ducking, you're not running, you're not hiding, and you standing on business. You know what I'm saying? I want that. Yeah, for sure. So if you got anything you want to let them know where to find you, what you got going on.
Yeah, definitely, y'all still, you know, all my social media platforms is up. Anybody that we done business with, y'all already got the number. Like I said, we working. We continuously working. We paying people as it's coming in. Everybody's getting paid the same way we always did. Don't give up on it. It's definitely going to happen. We're going to make sure everybody get paid out, all right?
We giving you 5 more months, Greg. Sorry, no. Hey, listen, man. Tune in, man. It's the Wolf. Y'all already know where y'all can follow me at wolfnetworkwse. Make sure y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel, Wolf Network. Make sure y'all follow my Instagram, wolfnetwork_. You know what I'm saying? It'll be on the screen, whatever it is. His info will be on the screen. Stay tuned on. This was an exclusive. And again, man, we tapping out the Wolf, big business. Let's get it.
Appreciate y'all.